Hello and welcome to our comprehensive guide on creating and submitting an expense report using the Oracle Expense tool. Whether you're traveling for work or incurring expenses on behalf of the company, this tutorial will walk you through the process from start to finish. Begin by logging into Okta to access the Oracle Expense tool. In My Apps, you'll find the AutoOne ERP Financials icon. Clicking this icon takes you to a selection of environments including Dev 1, Dev 2, Test, and importantly, Production. Select the production environment to work in the live system. Once you're on the home page, you can access the dashboard by either clicking the AutoOne icon on the top left or by navigating through the burger menu to find expenses. Initially, the expenses module might not appear on your dashboard. You can personalize your dashboard by clicking the gear icon at the top right of the screen to open the personalized springboard menu. Here, simply check the box next to expenses to add it to your dashboard. Now, accessing the expenses module will be straightforward for future visits. Remember, if you're logging in as a new user, there are a few important steps to set up your account for the first time. Let's go through these together. Once you're in the expenses module, look to the top right corner and find the gear icon. Click this to access the various options. In the menu, scroll down until you find the Manage Bank Account section. This is where you'll enter the details of the bank account where your reimbursements will be deposited. It's a simple yet crucial step. When entering a bank name, if it's already recognized in our system, you're good to go. If not, and the bank name does not appear, that's when you'll need to get in touch with our accounts payable team for assistance. Additionally, as a new user in Oracle, it's important to set up your preferred currency in regional preferences, especially since the default is set to US dollar. This ensures all your transactions reflect the correct currency. Lastly, make sure your territory is correctly set to your country and select the preferred date and time format. With these settings adjusted, you're now fully set up and ready to move into creating expense reports. Before proceeding further, there is one more essential step requiring your attention. To ensure the seamless processing of your payments, it's mandatory to update your address in Workday. For employee payment processing, having your current address updated in Workday is crucial. The Oracle system is designed to automatically retrieve your personal address from Workday. This automation streamlines the reimbursement process, ensuring that your payments are processed accurately and promptly. To update your address, please log into your Workday account, navigate to your personal information section, and ensure your address details are current and correct. This step is not only important for accurate payment processing, but also for maintaining up-to-date records in our HR systems. With your bank account set, currency preferences adjusted, and your address updated in Workday, you're fully prepared to use the Oracle Expense tool efficiently. You're now ready to begin creating your expense reports. With the expenses module ready, let's create a new expense report. Click on the Create Expense Report button. This brings up a new screen where you'll input the details of your report. In the Purpose field, enter a general description of the report. For example, if you're creating a report for a business trip, you might enter something like Business Trip to Munich. Next, we'll add individual expense items. Click Create Item. You'll now see a list of reimbursable expenses. Select the type that matches your expense. When selecting an expense type, let's take a practical example. Suppose I had to refuel during a business trip. I'd select Fuel as the type, enter the details in the description, including where and when the purchase was made, and input the total amount spent. Attaching receipts is crucial. For each item, upload a corresponding receipt in the attachment section. If you happen to not have a receipt, check the receipt missing box and provide a valid reason for the absence of the receipt. After completing all details, click Save and Close. You'll now see your expense item listed in the report. If there are any policy violations, such as overspending, a warning icon will appear. It's important to review these warnings and make the necessary adjustments. Let's add another example. Say, during the trip, I hosted a dinner with a business partner. This expense would be entered differently. In the report, there are sections for employee and non-employee attendees. Click the plus icon and add their names accordingly. Remember, our policy has a spending limit per attendee. If you exceed this, you'll see a policy violation message. For such instances, provide the justification in the expense items detail view. Once all items are added and reviewed and you're ready to submit the report, the final step awaits. To submit your report, first acknowledge you've read and accepted the travel and expense policy by clicking the provided checkbox. You can then submit your report for approval. Click Submit and your report will automatically be routed to the appropriate manager based on the expense amount in our internal approval matrix. By clicking on Status, you can track where your report is in the approval process, see any comments from your manager, and understand any additional actions you might need to take. Please note that for certain levels in our hierarchy, there are specific approval exceptions as detailed in our policy. If you need to make changes after submission, you can now withdraw your report. This removes it from your manager's approval flow, allowing you to update and resubmit. To withdraw, simply select the report and use the withdraw option. And that concludes our guide on creating and submitting an expense report in the Oracle Expense tool. Remember, keeping all your receipts and following policy guidelines is key to a smooth process. If you encounter any issues or have questions, our Oracle and Accounts Payable teams are always here to help.